So the power of right grains is known to all of us for our body. So one child was asking me because the food goes into the tummy. So how does it impact brain?
Yes.
So yeah. So my name is Surabhi and I would be your host for today's evening. And I'm from Heartfulness Institute, which is present in 160 countries. It's 100 years old organization, and I'm a cognitive coach with Brighter Minds, which is an educational initiative by Heartfulness Institute. And I'm here with my favorite brain buddy, Rama ma'am, who has been IB leader, and she has been guiding not only management and principals and teachers, but also parents, which is rare. And she is very passionate about children as well. So she keeps guiding children also, whomsoever connects with her. Very loving, ma'am. So, ma'am, welcome you on this program, and I also
Thank
welcome
you.
all our lovely people over here who have taken their time out. So, Rama, ma'am, what's your view on it?
Yeah, it's very interesting topic, and what I feel, what I when you are saying that grain for the brain, so it sounds like roti for the head, ma'am. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so roti, but it's not only food that we will be talking about, but we will be talking about in a wholesome way what all grains are important for our brain. Not only food, because we know grains as the food only. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. But today we will be talking from five very important perspectives as well. There are various grains to the brain, but we will be taking five very important today. So we will be taking about mental grains, we will talking about emotional grains, spiritual grains, and also social grains.
Very
So these grains design what we are today.
true.
They nourish not only our body but also our brain, our mind. So not
Mhm.
only what we are today, but what we are going to be tomorrow. It's
Very
very important for our children. So what kind of grains we are giving is going to design their destiny. So Rama ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely correct, Surbhi ma'am. And I'm so happy to note that you stated five important grains, right? Yeah, five important grains. So when you're talking about these five important grains, physical, emotional, mental, social, and spiritual, that means it is a multi-grain plate. Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it? And it is important to understand first the way that child asked you what is the connection of a grain and a brain, right? So it is not just the food we take in, correct? But I feel it is also the feelings, the focus, then the people around us, and the peace, which we say it as a mental peace, which we have within us, and which we give it to the people around us.
Okay.
And yeah, and what you feed your brain, it becomes. So this is something which I feel is very very important. So we eat whatever grains we take in, it's kind of a we are feeding our brain. Hmm? So when I read this, as a sentence or the word, the grain of the brain, it is actually a metamorphical phrase, right? Which is used in educational and psychological context to refer how the brain is naturally wired to learn. And this is very very interesting. It's a wonderful topic, and which in its pattern tendencies, then the preferences for processing information also. So in simple terms, if when I look at it as a grain represents the natural direction or the flow, and it is a flow of thoughts, flow of functioning, flow of optimally functioning rather than against it. And this is all happens through our instructions and the experiences. Mhm. So I always feel, as a student of University of the People, one thing I have learned, the educators who teach with the grain of the brain consider the neuroscience informed strategies. Like in our classrooms, we do differentiation, we do motivational, we do give the children the movement breaks, then we do a growth mindset messaging, where we keep motivating the children, then the visual and the stories are there all around us. And then definitely in between there is a emotional checks and metacognition, which is again a thinking of thinking. Yeah.
Think what you are going to think.
Yes, yes,
Careful, be aware.
absolutely correct. Yeah. Mhm.
So, for our lovely people over here, ma'am, I'm going to show a few things,
Okay.
and I request everyone to please decide who is the biggest villain. What I'm going to show is pictures of different villains for our brain who fight with our brain. So you decide who is the biggest villain.
Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Everybody knows the villain in the movies, right?
Yeah.
So let's observe it. Yeah.
Let's observe, and then you please give your feedback in the chat.
Oh.
So this is a small packet of Bhakharwadi.
Okay.
This first thing. Second thing is this aloo papad. All of us love it. Third is this cashew nuts,
Okay.
and then this upma packet.
Okay.
So out of these four, who is the biggest villain for your brain? Who is the maximum harmful for your brain? Please write in the chat.
Okay, you are asking villain, no, ma'am? Yeah.
Yeah. Who is not at all good for our brain?
Okay. Okay, somebody is asking, can you show the items once again? Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, once again you can just.
One more time.
Yeah.
Bhakharwadi.
Famous of Pune, right? Yeah. Okay.
So people who don't know Bhakharwadi, they can imagine samosa or something in which it is filled and then it is
Right.
fried. And then I showed you this papad.
Yeah, aloo papad.
Then this cashews,
Okay.
and then upma.
Upma, MTR upma. Okay.
So any upma you can, because I had MTR upma, so I'm showing it. Any upma.
So let's look at the chat. This thing, no, ma'am. Yeah. And even I'll keep my answer ready, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're asking villain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So maximum people are against aloo ka papad. This is my favorite. I'm actually, I mean, this is my childhood friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So ma'am, what do you think? Who is the biggest villain?
Okay, you showed us 4 items, right? Yeah. And I feel that, my tummy knows their crime. Okay. Yeah. And my brain too. Okay. So they look tasty. When you showed the Bhakharwadi, my mouth started watering. But, what I feel is that whatever items you showed it to us, brain loves this superheroes. Like, yeah. There are certain items which are superheroes, but we'll talk about it a little later. But what I feel is that the biggest villain is, as everybody was saying, is that aloo papad, correct? Bhakharwadi, correct? Yeah, am I right? Cashew, definitely the nuts are good for the brain, ma'am. But overeating can become cholesterol can pop up, right? Yeah. And the last is aloo. Aloo, is actually again something which is a villain, I feel. Actually, aloo ho sabko mila ke leta hai. That is what the people say, but it is a villain, right? So that is what I feel, So whatever you showed it to us, except cashew, all are villains.
So there is Dr. David Pearl Mutter. So his
Okay.
name also has food. See, Pearl and Mutter.
Correct.
So he says anything which is white, anything which has gluten,
Correct.
anything which has sugar is not at all good for your brain. That doesn't mean that you don't eat it,
Correct.
but balance it with good food as well.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes all of us will be eating it. So it's not that we cannot use it at all, but just be more aware what you are taking, and then give them more superheroes as well.
Yeah.
Give yourself more superheroes food that is very good for brain as well.
Correct, correct, absolutely correct. And when you're saying, ma'am, superheroes, I can, in front of my eyes, it comes as a spinach, then, which we add every day in our food, that is turmeric, right? Then the jamun, amla, seeds, so many things are there, right? They can be a superheroes.
Yeah.
Huh?
So antioxidants,
Yeah.
omega 3, B12 we have already been talking about, right? So all these things you please include in your brain. Why? Because 20% energy goes to our brain whenever we eat something. 20% energy goes to our brain. And we had one webinar in which we spoke about it. Gut and brain, they are very close friends. They all the time, best friends forever. All the time they keep sending WhatsApp messages to each other. Gut says, hey, this guy has eaten a lot of burger, pizza and all. Brain says, okay, let me sleep now. You do your work because it is heavy on you right now. So I'm going to sleep. That's why if with heavy food, sometimes you feel sleepy also. So when your child is going to perform somewhere in exams, in sports, it's important what you are feeding. It's important every day, but especially when child is going for some performance or something. So we have to be very careful on that particular aspect.
Absolutely correct.
So I have seen people who have included these different superhero foods in their daily diet. So their brain is more active. Their brain is more cooperative because then brain is getting what it wants. So how many of you agree on it? Please write yes if you agree on it.
And how many of them are taking conscious efforts for it? If the parents start taking the conscious efforts, automatically the children will start making connection to it, rather than saying that you don't eat pizza or you let us not avoid junk food, because the schools promote like avoid junk food, right? Many yes are coming up. Yeah, so people do agree, and what we are, what we eat. Again, we go back it, right? Yeah. So we have this first takeaway for the session. What not to miss, Rama ma'am? Please throw a light on it. What not to miss, so that we are, always ready with our brain performance. Very true. Prevention is very important, right? Prevention is very important. So let me, tell you, like, one thing we should not miss as a parent, as a, adult, as an educator, as a teacher, all sorts of people. So we should not miss one hero to our plate in our daily routine. Okay. So we told who are the superheroes right now. So people need to think about it, whatever they are seeing every day, which is coming in their plate. So it is like you have to make a conscious efforts daily, choose something which is a brain hero. So you can have a walnut, amla, spinach, or that is only a part of a food, ma'am. But then apart from food, as you rightly had tapped on other 4 grains, we'll be talking about that little later. Secondly, we should not miss on, okay, now this is little tricky. Junk food is tasty, correct? Everybody knows that junk food is very tasty, but also tricky.
You and me love pizza, no, Rama ma'am?
Yeah. So it is like, tempting to your tongue. So that's what I'm saying. It tricks your brain. We feel no, aaj kha lete hai. Let's have it, okay? But then you should question yourself. So this is all introspection. So your brain deserves better fuel, better food, which helps you to think, create, stay happy. So instead of reaching for fries, try reaching for fruits, which can be really a good one. So let us not miss this. And the third thing which I would like to tell you is that our brain wants love, right? And not the leftover chips. Okay. So brain doesn't just need food, it needs care. And when I say that leftover chips, what does it mean? Okay, not the leftover chips in the packet. It is like, quick, or we want to eat something thoughtless snacking things, or no low nutritious things. High salt is there, high sugar is there in that, and we are just filling the gap. Okay, we just want to keep on munching it. So let's think about it, because brain wants love. Brain wants love and care, and not just the stale chips which are lying around, because your brain is not a dustbin. Please remember, it is a diamond. And if you want that diamond to outshine, then you need to be very particular not to miss this.
True. So I think you can write down what is your takeaway that you have really taken into your heart, that okay, from today onwards I will add one hero. Yes or no? So conscious efforts,
Very, very
conscious eating habits. And we would love to talk about a few more things, Rama ma'am, like when we prepare the food with lot of love, gratefulness, when we serve it with lot of love, and when we eat it with proper attitude, not with mobile, not with these digital things, but in prayerful mode, maybe with humorous discussions. I have witnessed few families where parents will immediately give suggestions or their critical views on how you should eat, what you should eat on the dining table itself, and the mood of the child is spoiled, and then everything gets spoiled. So that is not the time to advise. Later you can advise. So how we are eating, how we are serving, and how we are cooking. Rama ma'am?
Yeah. Very true. So you're talking about the emotional grain right now, correct? Yeah. You want to connect it with the emotional grain?
Right.
Yeah. So when I'm listening to you, that at the dining table and all discussions. So sometimes it happens, my mood changes like Pune weather, ma'am. It's very unpredictable. It happens with everybody. Correct?
Yeah.
So what you would like to say about this?
No, that is true, ma'am. And we have done one webinar on it. People can go back and see in our YouTube channel, because our emotions influence our brain's mood. So these happy chemicals like oxytocin and all these happy chemicals, when we are happy, when we are at eating and we are happy, then brain's ability is much more. Even happy brain learns more. That we have done in one of the webinars. When children are happy, so we see it in our schools as well, right? When child is happy with the teacher, child starts loving the subject itself. So happy heart is very, very important. So all these emotions are very snacky. They are like snacks, So like anger is very spicy.
Correct.
When you are sad, it is very sour.
Correct.
Your sweet smile is not less than any rasgulla, rasmalai. It's very sweet, right? So even when I want to bring this point here, that sometimes we feel that, hey, I'm not feeling good, so I should not pretend being happy, I should not smile at all. But even that momentary smile changes the mood. So suppose you are not feeling good, it's okay to watch that funny video and smile and laugh, just for the mood change.
Yeah. This reminds me, ma'am, this is very, what you're saying is that, changing your mood, right? Like I know my neighbor who is very, very, learned lady, and, she's very, very emotional. And at the same time, when, when we watch the movies together, while watching the movies, she will keep crying. Okay. And that is something, so that I generally avoid watching movies, which has a lot of emotions. But what I have seen is that she remembers all the songs of the movie. Okay, so when it is like because she's in a happy mood while watching the movie also sometimes. So some scenes make her very, very sad, but at the same time the songs and all those things make her very happy, and she remembers all the songs better than me.
True.
Okay. So this is something, and when she's singing, or she wants to tell me that these are the songs, and I can play it on my Casio, this thing, all songs which we saw it in that movie, that gives a lot of happiness. And she changes my mood also and her mood also.
So this is very important grain for our brain.
Yeah.
Whenever we are happy.
And ma'am, one more thing is that, you know, when you know, we smile, or even if you, as you use the word fake smiling, like, you know, watching something which can reduce your stress, right? So smile is the sweetest sugar for you and for strengthening your brain's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something which I would like to give it to everybody to remember. Brain's Wi-Fi is what? Smile.
True, true. So that Wi-Fi thing reminds me, ma'am, how many tabs are open in your mobile? How many?
Oh, tabs. This is something enough to confuse NASA.
Too many, right?
Yeah. Too many, man. Too many.
So nowadays we see, right, so much scrolling, so much digital distraction, all these things we are observing. Even for children, we are seeing that, you know, they are becoming more aggressive. Their attention span is going down.
Correct.
So this is about mental grain. What mental grain should be given to children? We all are giving them education, no doubt. Sports, no doubt. But that is only input to the brain. Something needs to be done to build the capacity, capability, efficiency, and productivity of the brain.
Correct.
It's like you keep giving inputs, but output is dependent on the system.
Absolutely.
You know, ma'am, teacher teaches 40 children.
Yeah.
Right? But this makes the difference.
Absolutely correct.
Would you like to show some type?
Yeah. When you're talking about this mental grain, okay, and when I connected to the Brighter Minds program, which is very, very structured program, and this program is helping thousands of students across 160 countries, okay, which is really boosting their brain performance. Okay, which we sometimes, because it is not visible, right? It is not visible. You cannot, like, if you do some work, you can see it, but you know, brain's performance is something which is not visible to everybody. So I had seen, like, my nephew who has taken this Brighter Minds program, levels he had attended, and I have seen a lot of improvement in his thought process, as well as his talks, as well as his actions. And this is like, you know, making a small brain seeds, okay, into a big wins. So you need a structured program, which the Brighter Mind has it. And for this, actually, I always say Brighter Mind has a brain grain smell. Okay.
All the brain grains.
Yeah. It gives a multi-grain atta to the children, which is, you know, lifelong effect of that multi-grain atta. You can see it when the children outshine, because these are the formative years. So what I feel is that do one brain thing daily, which you only under Brighter Mind you keep teaching the students, no doubt. In school also they teach the brain gym, okay. But it is like, you know, in school the children are learning 1,000 things. Okay, there's no exclusive training for it. Then, you know, 5 minutes calming down, as you rightly said, the anger in the children is now, it's like, you know, when I look at that popcorn, okay, how it pops up, right? So the similar way the anger pops up, and it is like, you know, parents also do not have the control on them. So you know, having that 5 minutes calmness, so which is equal to 1 hour focus, and that Brighter Mind is like, you know, injects it into the children. So it is like, you know, automatically the children start understanding the anger is harmful to me and I have to overcome it. And then the small habits, which is, you know, a big brain power, because habits are something which habits die hard. So people need to understand, for inculcating habits, okay, parents need to go beyond the school periphery, okay, house periphery. You need somebody who can guide you very well, who can really develop your child's brain potential. And that Brighter Mind does it. So the mental grain, okay, they can get it if they get connected to you as well as to the Brighter Minds across the globe, ma'am. Across the globe.
That is true, ma'am. And I'm super excited and happy to be in this Brighter Minds team, because I have seen that transformation in children. It's not only about putting blindfold and understanding colors and numbers. No, it goes much beyond it.
Oh, yeah.
It is only tip of the iceberg that we see, and it goes much deeper into children. So one parent is here, Shri Manish Gargji, who is very senior person. So Manish ji, are you here? He wanted to speak something. He sent me message for that.
Okay, you wanted
Manish
to
ji, are you here? Yeah. If you are here, can you please put your video on? If you want to speak something, please. You are most welcome. Yeah.
He's muted, man. Yeah.
Welcome, sir. Yeah. So Manish ji is our one of the parents. His child is Shambhavi. So you can unmute, sir.
Okay, done.
Most welcome. Most welcome to this platform.
I think it's a very great program because even today the class which was dealing with something which is very, very basic, which is hearing. And this is, I personally learned about this when I was 25, 26 in a corporate training seminar. And today everyone is speaking. Not only speaking, they're shouting. And it's most visible when you see it on the TV. Because no one is listening. There is no relaxed mode of discussion and listening. But I think this class really put that something very basic. That today a communication has two parties. One, and both of you have to be engaged. Someone has to hear, someone has to speak, someone has to hear. And only when you hear properly, when your mind processes what has been stated, then you can react to what the other person has said. And that really brings a lot of, what I would say, goodwill in the long term. Whereas even among adults, what I am seeing is that you are speaking, suddenly between them, they suddenly talk of something on a totally different tangent. Then you feel that, were they actually listening? Right? So the whole process of communication goes for a toss. Something very simple, because today we are talking of things like yoga and and that all those kriyas are fine, all those things are fine. But these small issues which are there, they really make a lot of difference. And especially today when we are around 4 hours a day, we are being exposed to digital media. Social media, when you are exposed to 4 hours a day, is a one-way communication which is happening, right, for a child. And whether it is mobile or it is TV, is a one-way communication. And essentially, it is processing with no flaring of the brain itself. Agar aap technically dekhiye, since you people are into the brain, how is the brain reacting? And one classic example is that suddenly, which you have pointed out, that children are becoming aggressive. I think it's not the children alone who are becoming aggressive. The adults are becoming aggressive.
Very true.
You are exposed to so many war games on mobiles and PlayStations and everything. That you think it's such an easy thing. You go there, you shoot, and you walk out. And this is what we saw in Russia, Ukraine stuff. Now everyone, a lot of what we are seeing, people think it is a fun activity. Violence has become a fun activity. And this is something which I think at a level that really needs to look into, that this is what you want to train your child into. There is no opposition from anyone. Today our censor board is talking of things which will happen at some point of time. But something very basic we are talking of. Is violence not a part of that whole process? Because if we expose violence so early in life of a child, is that a right mindset pattern we are creating? And
mindset is very important. Creating right mindset is one of the most important thing, not only in children but also I would say in all age groups.
Of course.
So,
and this is something, as even I know it is very difficult for any individual or organization, because the flow is too much. In fact, मैं पढ़ रहा था कि जिस समय Facebook डिजाइन हो रहा था, one of the team members told कि जो आपकी जो algorithm है, ये it is coming from a research जो ये कहती है कि people are negatively oriented. They are more aligned to negative orientation. And when she pointed to Mark Zuckerberg, she said, "Do you want to be fired?" This in the open, right? So the whole structure आप देखो negativity के लिए लेके जा रहा है. And individual profits तो हुए, but society as a whole. And what is happening across the spectrum आप देख लीजिए. Globally हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. And whether it is US or it is Russia or whomsoever, they take it too much easy for granted. ये हम जो चाहे कर ले. It's like a very typical kind of situation we are talking of. But I think
But my question to you is, because you're a very senior person, my question to you is, have you seen any changes in your child through all the efforts that we are putting through Brighter Minds?
Definitely. See, she, at least whenever we talk to her, अब आपका जैसे हम बेस बना के एनर्जी यूज करके उसको बहुत यूज करते थे कि मैम ने ये कहा था.
So she listens to it. So here it is important. I want to share this thing. Why children listen to us? When you are saying children listen to me, children listen to all the teachers mostly, but for few teachers they will especially listen. Why? Not because of some authority, just because of love, your connection, your joy. So for all the parents also it is true. The thing that works is love, joy. Be there. I mean, you cannot be a friend to your child. You are a parent, you will be a parent, but you can be friendly. Even when you are making child understand something, with smile if you want to just tell, child will listen more. Frowning face will be little difficult to connect. So Manish ji was telling about today's incidents, because just before this webinar we had this Brighter Minds session with his child, and there I was taking this listening part, because listening is very important. So here Manish ji, thank you for this insight. And Rama ma'am, here I want to discuss about friends, because that is also social grain is very important part. Friends play very important role in everyone's life, especially in children, because at certain age children start listening to their friends more than their teachers. Rama ma'am, would you like to add?
Yeah. So ma'am, what sir is saying, Manish ji is saying, and what you are saying, the total development of the children is like with social connect. So social grain is very important. So I think the habit which we as educators have, like we have interactions with our core team, or we have I have discussions with rest of the principals or the educators. And I always feel whatever discussions which we do, it's like a brain spa. Because these are some discussions which are helpful for the children, which are helpful for bringing the teachers on particular platform. It's not something criticism. It is not something which is we are doing a backbiting, but something which is a progressive thoughts. Okay, that is like that really brings and gives us a kind of a treatment where you feel rejuvenated when you talk to your friends, and you get plenty of ideas, or makes a big connect where we really are inspired to take certain further steps for the development. So this social grain is something which is very important, and one precaution which we have to take it over here when I'm talking about this social grain, even we have to look at it at the children also when they are developing, making connection. Let us not have that negative approach of discussion. Okay, so growth mindset talk is very, very important, and that helps a lot for the brain. If you talk to somebody, like you told me, I'm your brain buddy, right? And that's very true, because we keep discussing what we want to talk, we want to give it to the people. So it's kind of a discussions which we do it prior to Sunday, during the week time. We spend hours for that, right ma'am? Isn't it? And because of that, we get the results.
True. So choosing friends properly for your child and also for us with whom we are connecting is important. As you rightly said, connecting with friends is important, but it should not go to gossip mode. It should not go to negative talk mode, So I have seen, we have habit of talking about someone, that person doesn't do it, that person is something like that. Instead of that, if we can talk something higher, if we can talk something more fruitful, more useful. Like there is a quote, ma'am, I don't remember it exactly, but instead of talking about people, great man, they talk about incidents and then events, something like that, right?
Yeah,
It's there, yeah. So what we are connecting with whom, and then what we are getting with those people as food grain, not in materialistic terms, not in gift terms, but how we are talking, what is the frequency of connection.
Correct. Very, very true. So, the friends are the brain's dessert, right? And fruits for our good karmas and prayers.
Yeah. So because you are saying prayers, I completely agree, ma'am, because good friends you get because of your good karmas and lot of prayers. And how many times do you pray, ma'am?
Yeah, it's a wonderful question, ma'am. And I believe a lot that somebody is watching us all the time, and that is Almighty. Okay. So when you are asking me how many times do I pray, or, when do I pray? I pray when I begin my day. Okay. Because lot of responsibility on our shoulder when I look at the children. Okay. The parents, hand over the children to us with a lot of faith. And so definitely I need some connect from top one, where I need to take a proper care of these children. Correct? It's a bigger responsibility. So I keep praying to my Almighty. And so it is every day in the morning, and even when my phone battery hits 1%. Okay. So that is
all the musibats.
Yeah.
All the troubles, right?
And ma'am, when this is something which you're talking about now, the spiritual grain, which is, I believe in peace, silence, gratitude. Okay, because in our life journey, there are many people who have contributed, right, to shape us, to make us. So that gratitude has to be there in our mind, and that is something which comes automatically in our prayer. Because when we pray, there's all faces flash in front of your eyes. Who has pulled you, who has given you that extension, right? Extended hands. So it's very important that this grain has to be developed, and this grain is something, again, I feel it comes from your family, right? It has to be a culture at home,
So consciously this habit needs to be inculcated in everyday schedule, because in today's busy schedule we have less time.
Yes.
Birthday, we have to send children to school, and we start the morning with lot of rush, but at least 2-3 minutes of this habit.
Correct, absolutely correct, ma'am. And what I feel is that in our in our daily routine also, we teach our children, like when they are having their tiffin time or a lunch time, that time also we ask them to pray. Now this prayer is for what? That the food which is coming as a rainbow plate in front of them, okay, which is going to affect their brain. Okay, each grain what they are going to consume is going to get connected to their every cell of body. So we ask them to join their hand, and we ask them to pray prior to the meal and post the meal also. And it happens in a boarding school both the times, during the lunch time, during the dinner time. So it's a regular habit. And I'm sure once the children complete their, boarding life also, they must be continuing, because it becomes a habit. Automatically your hands will get, both the hands will get joined, and you will start saying the prayer.
So thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you, Rama ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much.